What is up, folks? This is Aircast, and welcome back to Infinity Minecraft. So I wanted to show you, this hadn't all come in yet, but it's got some of the top sorta generated in. Isn't that kind of weird? It's kind of neat, but it's very strange. But anyway, alright, so I've done a little bit of exploring around here, just trying to fill the map out a bit, because for some reason it reset again, even though I haven't updated the pack or anything. Well, 5.1 I think, but I don't know. So we've got this cool mountainous area over here. I don't really remember all that much about what I explored on the way here, to be honest. Um, I just knew basically what I was looking for, and if I didn't find it, I ignored it. But we've got our Alps areas. We're settled right here, and we have the Alps coming in around like this. It actually goes down here a little bit ways. But mainly the area that I'm going to build in is right in here and along this area right here. The ocean comes around down kind of like this, if I remember correctly. And there's this cool area right over here that you could make a port for a city that's based in this valley area. Right here where you see the trees. This is all quite a bit lower. Not as low as the area right here that we're in now, but it's all quite a bit lower than the Alps mountains themselves. This is a big plains area. These aren't actually all that high, I don't think. But this is all really tall mountains here. And up here, we have this really cool area that's like this huge Alps mountain that's all just like one. And it has a city on top of it, which is actually really neat because it's a walled city like the one we're living in now. But it's all made of like snow and such. And this, it's a gigantic crater because it goes all the way from the top of the Alps all the way down to normal, like level 64 area. So it's a gigantic crater that's actually kind of cool. Maybe I'll show it to you guys. I'm not sure. It'll probably be later on because it's it's a decent ways up there. But it was pretty neat. We've got a volcano up here, and of course we've got the volcano that's down here, kind of near where we are. And I think that's pretty much it for as far as the interesting stuff goes. We have our like autumn forest over here. But yeah, I actually like this area over here. It's really interesting. But I'm happy with where we settled, so I now I have lots and lots of plans. This area over here is actually kind of weird because it's snow covered, but it has like a swampy kind of environment. So it has, all this is like mud covered in snow. So it's kind of strange. I'm not sure what's up with that. But yeah, I just wanted to show you guys that. And we've got several Eries around here too. But I think that's pretty much it. Alright, so as far as what we're going to do today, we're going to start by throwing an egg and not getting anything from it, which is not at all unusual. I collected some wood, so we'll need to go ahead and deposit that. I was looking for some certain types of saplings because I don't really have a lot in the way of that. And I'm starting to really need some wood, so. Alright, so let's do... No, I need to be this one. So let's go ahead and just toss this stuff in here. I got some leaves as well because the chainsaw actually harvests leaves. So. Ender fragment. Obviously I killed a witch. Who actually I think ended up killing me. Alright, carefully put that in there. And actually I'm going to need that water bucket. So let's go ahead and bring this out. It's pretty early in the morning, so I'm kind of scatterbrained at the moment. I got that from the witch. So hopefully this ends up turning out well. I haven't done a video in a couple days, so I wanted to, well, I mean, it was over the weekend, of course, in the holiday, but I wanted to make sure and actually get something out to you guys for today. Because I've been putting out a lot of Dark Souls videos, but I haven't been putting out all that many Minecraft videos. More than I have been, but I wanted to actually put out one a day. Like tomorrow I plan on doing probably a Sojourn video, but we'll see how that turns out. Alright, so for today, I want to go ahead and set up the normal RF generators instead of the IC2 ones, and do a little bit of automatic smelting, because I have these set up and yeah, it's sort of automatic, but I want to be able to take from a chest, like this one, especially this one, because this one has all my ores in it, and have them sucked into the pulverizer, and then put out into the redstone furnace to smelt up, and then to be able to sort them into another chest. Unfortunately, we don't really have a lot of room right now, which I think I'm going to put this down another level. I think that seems the most reasonable, because, yeah. And don't worry, we're not going to be stuck in here for all that much longer. The reason I went out for saplings is so I could actually build a place, so that we could get out of here, because this place is not all that comfortable. I could put it up here, kind of ruin the aesthetic of the place, but I think I'll go down another level, just for now. So I will be back once I've hollowed out a little area for us to work in. Alright, so I will see you in a minute. Alrighty folks, so all done, and we just have a basic room down here. It's an 11 by 11, so yeah. I thought about replacing the ceiling, but I'm trying to make it so that I'm just not totally happy with where I am, because I don't want to settle down here. That's usually the way it goes. It's like, yeah, this is temporary. Another month goes by. No, guys, really, it's temporary. So I'm trying to make it so that I'm wanting to constantly move out. So there's just a simple square room down there. I want to make a few things though, just to get us moving along. So first thing that I need to make is nothing at all. Alright, we're going to be using more and more power, so I'm just going to stick these in here. Alright, so the first thing that we're actually going to make is an aqueous accumulator. Alright, so I need to go over here. I think that's how you spell it. Is it this right here? So A-Q-U-E? Oh. Okay, what is this? Oh, the species, aqueous, okay. So what are we going to need? We're going to need a machine frame, which I might have. Pneumatic servo. Okay, so we've got everything we need to make that. And some copper gears. So, and some glass and a bucket. So, we've got all that kind of stuff. Alright, so let's go ahead and start with the bucket, because I know that's really easy to make and I know how to make it. Copper gear. I don't want to make this version. I want to make... Oh, really? I didn't know there was a gear cast. That's kind of cool. That's not the version that I want to make. I want to make the one that's like this, because it's easier. Alright, so let's just make 2 gears. That should be fine. Now I need... Let's go and make this one. Okay, pneumatic servo, and I should just make several of these, because I know I'm going to need them. Could make a stack and I would totally be justified in doing so. Alright, so this one's going to take a 10 gear, which... Let's do this version. Okay, and... Let's just do that. And... that was the wrong one, but I don't mind having another one of those. Alright, I want the basic version. There we go. Machine frame, and I think that's everything I need. Yes, aqueous accumulator. Okay, so this is going to provide water for are dynamos. So I'm going to need a steam dynamo to start off with. I don't have what I need to be able to run the other ones. So this one's going to take a transmission coil, a couple copper gears, some copper, and some redstone. So that's not hard. So silver and redstone for the transmission coil, which is nice and simple. And from there, I think we have... Nope, we don't have the copper gears. Thought I made some extras, but I guess not. And I'm just going to do that and put iron in the middle, because that's how you do the other ones. 2. Let's just make 6. Okay, and actually, I'm going to need to have several of these dynamos, so why do I not... Did I hit the wrong one? Alright, nope. That's not what I wanted to do. Come on. Alright, there we go. How many do I want to start off with? Well, let's go ahead and start off with 3, because I made 6 of these. That is totally the reason that I want to have, or start off with 3. Alright, so we have the 1 water bucket. Do we have another water bucket? No. Okay. Well, I'll just have to go get some water, which it's not far away at all, so I am not worried about it. You know what? Let's go ahead and put this out 1. I'm going to get this right here. Alright. So we're going to move it out 1 just so that we have the extra room behind it if we need it. So we'll put 1 right here. And we'll have our aqueous accumulator right in the middle. And let's configure it to... Yeah, that should be right. Alright. So it's going to export water on the top to any fluid ducts that come nearby. Or actually, they're liquid ducts now, aren't they? I hate it when they change things like that. It's like, well, I'm used to the name that they've given it now, so let's change it. Alright. I'll take that one. And the reason I did that is very simple. If I would have taken over here, any of these blocks, then it wouldn't have filled back in, so... I've been meaning to shape this layer right here so that it's not just a sudden drop off down to 2 blocks. And so that'll just be part of what I do later. And I'm still going to do a lot of like terraforming and building trees and all that kind of stuff in the village so that it looks a bit nicer, because right now it does look nicer than it did. As you can see, I've started adding some wood to bring these eaves out a little bit, because nobody makes a house like this. I mean, really. You're supposed to keep the rain off the side of the building too, to help these materials, last longer. So, yeah, that's okay though. Down another level. And we're here. Alright, so we need that there. And then we're going to have these set up. But we also need... I'll set them up here. And then should be able to change their direction. Like so. And that's not what I wanted. Like so. Alright. So now we need to make some conduits, and we need to make... Oh, we need the middle level. Some liquid ducts, or fluid ducts, whichever they're called now. Alright, so let's try fluid ducts first. Looks like fluid duct is fluid pipe. Here we go. Okay, so I'm just going to go with the basic lead fluid ducts to start off with. Interesting. So there's a lot of different types of fluid ducts now. There's hardened fluid ducts. Will break if contents are extremely hot or cold. Hardened contents may be any temperature. Flux plated. Huh. So it transfers both RF and fluids. That's interesting. I haven't looked at these at all. Those are pretty cool. So I'm guessing the temperate ones is the one that we need, or are the one that we need, are the ones that we need. All right. So the difference is we need glass versus needing lead, which the glass is actually cheaper. So let's go ahead and go with these, and like so. We can make 2 of them to start off with. I don't think we need any more than that. And we also need, is it conduit? No, but we will, don't worry, be using the Ender IO stuff eventually. So there's some pretty awesome stuff that you can do with those, but I'm not going to be using that at the moment. I don't have a lot of ender pearls to waste. I mean, I do have 82, but I need more than that before I'm comfortable using them in that manner. Alright, let's just do thermal expansion. Or it's actually... Do we have the pipes in this one? No. So what is it called? This one's in thermal dynamics. Okay. Okay, and we've got lots of different... Interesting. Servos now. Huh, I'm going to have to take a look at these. Alright, so what is this? It's a crafting item. Okay. So right now all I want is leadstone flux duct. Interesting. New name to it. These take the leadstone ones. Alright, so that's a pretty simple pattern. It just needs redstone, lead, glass. So we should be able to make plenty of these. Okay, so we're running out of glass. I don't think that's an issue. I've got a good amount of sand. Let's go ahead and throw... Do I have any power in here is the question. Yes, I have plenty of power. I'm going to put them down here. That way I don't end up smelting stuff that I don't want to smelt. So that should double the amount that... Oh, actually I have tons of glass over there. Okay. Well, let's not waste the power then. I'm sure some of you were screaming at me. You have a lot of glass. Alright. So let's just toss that in there. And go like that. And just make a few more of these. I don't need... Oh. Stacking them with the wrong stack. Okay. Don't need the bucket anymore. That's just one piece of cobblestone. Alright. I think we're good. Should be. And we'll need some coal for those. Not a problem, although I do need to start mining again for some certain things. Alright, so we'll have these guys pumping water back here so that we can fill up the internal buffers of water right here. One of them doesn't look to fill it up that quickly, but it should be enough for these 3, I imagine. Okay. Alright, so I think it's going to be enough for those. If not, then I can add some more of them. They're not hard to make at all. So now we need to put these guys in front like that, and we need... I'm going to move this down here now. Let's go ahead and take you out. And actually... Are you in here? Where's that other wrench? That's tree chap. Okay, here we go. So let's get rid of these. And I can get rid of these as well. And I shouldn't need that electric wrench anymore for a little while at least. My pack over here is almost out of energy. But let's move you. And we're going to move these guys too. I shouldn't need this anymore as well. Okay. And let's go ahead and store these with the other ones. Redstone furnace, we'll keep that. Oh, these guys are set up differently. Do we have any more furnaces? Furnaces? Furnaci? Doesn't look like it. Okay, so we'll put the generators in there so they can be with their IC2 friends. And let's go down here. Okay, where do I want to put the power storage? I'm going to put... I kind of want to put it on this wall, which means I should have put this over here. But isn't that the way it always goes? Gosh. Fine. Again, let's make this temporary. Don't make it something that you're totally happy with, that way. Alright, actually, I do want it so that I'd bind up a bunch of marble. So that's why there's this big cavern underneath. It's not actually a cave, but I mean it is now, but it wasn't supposed to be a cave. Alright. Say, because I love marble. It's one of my favorite materials. Because it looks better than, in my opinion, it looks better than... Oh, I don't have any stone on me now. It looks better than quartz, ender quartz, and it's easier, well, relatively easier to get. Oh, come on, there we go. And I want you there, and you there. Alright, and now to get out of here. Oh dear. Okay, and then I go like this, and I'll fill this in with normal stuff later with the regular stone. Okay, so let's go ahead and zero this out. The back I want to be input, which should be blue, and then I guess we'll go like this. Yeah, that way I can stack them up. We'll put them like this and have them go up here. Alright, so the right side is going to be output. And where in the world is Carmen Sandiego? In other words, right here. So we'll have that there, and I can just fall down through here and go like so. And that should turn on our storage. Should. Yes, it does. Awesome. So we have power stored in here right now. And yeah, I know. Temporary, but it's going to annoy me. So I'll do like that. Alright. Better, I think. Maybe. We'll see. Alright. So I'm definitely going to add some more of these hardened energy cells. I don't know that I'm going to upgrade them past hardened just yet. I might pretty soon. But not yet. Alright, so what I want to do now is go ahead and put some coal in here. And that's going to build up steam, which is going to in turn generate power. So coal and coal. And that should produce much more, yeah, than we're taking. Awesome. I love these see-through pipes, by the way. I've always loved them. And they look awesome. So, very happy about that. Alright, now, what do we need to do next? We need to set up our pulverizers and some furnaces. I'm going to go ahead and make a few more off camera, and then we'll be right back. Alrighty folks, so we're going to need a couple more things before we end up finishing this off, but I do want to go ahead and put down these. So pulverizer, and pulverizer, and then 1, 2, 3, and we'll have these guys set up. Alright, so we've got our furnaces. So let's start off by coming in here and going ahead and zeroing them out. So that one's already zeroed. Let's take that one like that, and one like that. And then we'll have it pull from the left side into the, pulverizing slot. And then we'll have it set to the orange, which is exporting both what's in here and what's in here. So this is the secondary and this is the primary. So you'll get your iron dust, and then whatever can come out right there, say whatever the extra is. So if it's like gold dust or lead dust or something like that. Alright, so we'll do the same thing here. Orange. And orange. And we'll do the same thing over here. Zero it out. And then this one's a little bit easier because there's only one export that you get. So, and like so. Alright. And then we'll take our leadstone and we'll run it from the ceiling, just so we have all of our stuff together as far as what's coming out of this, because we always want to have it coming out of our cells and not these guys. It might just be a personal preference just to keep things a little bit cleaner that way, but I do like to have all of my energy that's being developed go into the cells first and then come out and go to everything else. I found that sometimes if you have it come directly out of here first, or have it, some kind of combined effort, it tends to cause problems. Like if I put this right here, that ends up causing issues later down the line when you're having a lot of power being drained. Because I guess it just creates a loop to where the power is constantly flowing through it. And if you have a lot of power coming out of your energy cells, then it might overwhelm the leadstone ducts that are, connected to your power gen. So you end up not having anything being coming out of here because it's all coming out of your cells. Alright, so let's go ahead and put these down here. And we should have power to all of these. Yeah, they're filling up. Awesome. Okay, so that should be all set up just fine. What we need now are some item conduits. So let's head up here and make those. Those shouldn't be too hard to do. I'm not going to make like impulse ducts right off the bat, mainly because I don't have the machines to do so. But let's see here. Let's fluid ducts, item duct. Okay. So I need, looks like I need hardened glass for this. Hold on just a second. Okay, sorry about that. Had to sneeze. Been sneezing a lot this morning, which is not exactly comfortable, but I think I might know a way around that that's a little bit cheaty, but we'll see. Because I don't have the machines to make it quite yet, so let's go ahead and see if I can do it this way. Alright, so if I put glass here, can I get hardened glass this way? This won't be my long-term solution, but it might be my short-term one. Okay, it doesn't look like I can. And I can't get quartz glass this way either, which is kind of, well, it makes me sad. Okay, well, it was worth a try. Alright, so let's take that out of there. Alright, so really does the lowest level item duct, okay, I can use lead, which I think is what we're going to end up doing. If this only takes, yeah, upper level stuff, it doesn't seem to take, that's a shame. Alright, so we're not going to be able to see our items running through our ducts, but that's okay, because this is, again, temporary. So we're going to need to make the that's fluid ducts. We need to do item duct. We're going to do the opaque version, which is just lead and tin, so that's pretty easy. Let's just make a stack, or just shy of a stack, and we'll put that there. And head down. Oh, I actually need to get some chests before, but alright, so we're going to have these like that, that, and that. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to put a chest right here in the middle as a buffer, and we're going to put a chest right here as our finishing slot. Trying not to sneeze again. Alright, so what we need to do is, I think we have some in here. Alright, so we have some iron ones. I'll do this just to start off with, just so you guys can see exactly what's going on, and then I'll make some larger ones in between episodes. Oh, here's some gold ones. I'll just put my iron one right there. Alright, so gold is fine to start off with. I need... Where is my dolly? Oh, there it is. Okay. So I'll need this. And I'm going to have... Is it this chest? So we're going to go ahead and take this one. Carry it down here. And we're going to have this one put right there. So it's not going to do anything as it is because it's neither putting stuff in or extracting. So we need a servo for that. Now we need... let's just go like this. Alright, so we'll put this one in the middle as a buffer chest so that it doesn't get clogged up when we have a bunch of secondaries come in. And then it can just export these to the furnace slots as it becomes available. This is kind of... It might be a little bit extraneous, but at the same time, or superfluous, depending on how you want to say it. But I like having the buffer chest just in case things, you know, start to get mixed up, because it's not likely that anything pops out using the thermodynamic stuff, but I don't want to risk it. Alright, and then we'll have our output chest over here, which probably needs to be a diamond chest, just because you're going to have a lot more than can be stored in this one, you know, because all the ores are doubled. Come over here. And I'm going to have to pull some of this stuff out that doesn't end up getting doubled. It shouldn't be extracted because these, well, they used to be smart enough to know that they couldn't fit in any inventory that's on the other side. So it should be fine. But again, I have not used thermodynamics, so that's, you know, still pretty recent, relatively recent. So we'll have to work on that. But what I need to do now is to make 2 servos. So there are a lot of types of servos now. You can't just stick one of your pneumatic servos into a slot and expect it to work, because you can't. So what you do now is you make each of these different types of servos. You've got the pulling servo, which does exactly what you'd think. It pulls out of any inventory that's before it into the inventory that you have it connected to, which you have all of the different types here. And you can press shift and it'll tell you exactly what kind of stuff you can do with it. Some only extract from single slots. Some do it for multiple slots and have speed boosts and extraction rates. So just keep in mind that you need to use these instead of using something else. Alright, so we're going to go for the normal servo. I'm not going to upgrade it on camera at least, unless... Okay, so it looks like the hardened servos you can actually make straight. Reinforced is going to take some of the hardened or fused quartz glass, so I'm not going to do that. Let's go ahead and just make these. Now, I don't think I have any iron ingots. Oh, these take Invar. I think I have some Invar, don't I? Invar? Yeah, I've got 32. Alright, so I only need 2 of these servos to start off with. So let's go ahead and make these. I've got the Invar. I need to make some iron ingots, but it said ore berry there, so I should be able to just do like this. Yep, okay. So I've got tons of ore berries. I'm not really worried about that. Oh, and it makes 2 per, so awesome. That's exactly how many I need. Alright, so what we're going to do is come over here and connect it to there. And then we're going to go ahead and set it up to ignored for redstone. And what that should do is, yep, it's starting to take out of here and put into any available slots. So that should stack up pretty quickly, and then it'll start sticking it up here after that. Now, There we go. Alright. So I'm actually going to turn this off for now. Let's go ahead and put it red power high, or redstone power high. And then I'm going to put one over here, which is going to take out of our secondary chest. So we're pulling our tin out of here after I change it to ignored. And yep, there it goes. And it's going straight into the furnace. And that's going to in turn go over here, and we have our tin ingots. So the secondaries are pulling out exactly like they're supposed to as well. 10 ingots, there's our iron. Okay. So it's working exactly as it should. And this is not a very complicated setup. It's pretty darn simple. So it's not something that you have to have a lot of different things to work out, like some of the setups that I'm going to do later on. I've actually got a really cool one set up in a creative world that uses Ender IO and Industrial Craft. And it's the setup that I'm planning on using once we get a big area set up, tons of resources, and it's going to be really, really awesome. But it's pretty darn complicated, so I want to save that for later. Alright, so that's going to be the end of this episode. I'm going to end up doing all of this stuff off camera, probably going ahead and getting a few more things as well. But yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed the episode, and until next time, I hope you have a wonderful day.